From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, December 7th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Well, today marks the 74th anniversary of the attack by the Japanese military at the Navy and Air Corps base at the Hawaiian Islands, launching America into World War II. The Japanese managed to destroy nearly 20 American naval vessels, including 8 enormous battleships and more than 300 airplanes. More than 2,000 American soldiers and sailors died in the attack, and another 1,000 were wounded. The day after the assault, President Franklin D. Roosevelt asked Congress to declare war on Japan. Following that speech, Congress approved his declaration with just one designating vote. 3 days later, Japanese allies Germany and Italy also declared war on the United States, and again Congress reciprocated. More than 2 years into the conflict, America had finally joined World War II. In local news today, a hit and run in Hazleton happened Sunday morning. Police did not say exactly where it happened, only that it was on Alter Street, somewhere between Diamond Avenue and 5th Street. It happened around 6 o'clock in the morning. The skip vehicle is described as a dark-colored SUV, and anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940 or dial 911. A fatal fire over the weekend in the Back Mountain. 38-year-old Mason Mott was unable to get out of his house in Stillwater, Huntington Township, as it burned about 2 o'clock Sunday morning. Mott's wife, Rachel, and their 3 children made it out safely. Luzerne County Coroner Bill Listman pronounced Mott dead at around 11:30 a.m. when his body was discovered. A relative of Mott says the fire started in the kitchen and one of the 3 children saw the blaze. Rachel and her children were able to escape, but weren't aware that Mason was home at the time. They ran to a neighbor's home and saw that Mason's car was not in the driveway, but they found it later that Mason was dropped off at the house by a friend earlier. A GoFundMe page has been created to help the family. There they will be clothing and monetary donation drop-offs from 5 until 7 p.m. on Monday at the McNary Little League field in Chickashinny. The 3 boys range in size from 7 to 14. The fire marshal is looking for that cause. Nanticoke police are investigating an armed home invasion by 4 masked men, one of whom were wearing a cartoon pig mask. A woman said the 4 suspects entered through an unlocked back door around 11:20 a.m. on Saturday with their faces covered. One of the suspects held his hand over the woman's mouth but told her that "we're not here to hurt you," unquote. They were looking for the woman's adult son. One of the suspects had a gun but did not point it at anyone. One suspect went upstairs but ran back down after a few seconds, and all 4 fled the house out the back door. The woman described the suspects as black males wearing black hooded sweatshirts, gloves, and dark clothing. 3 of the suspects wore ski masks along with the hooded sweatshirt tied around their faces. The other wore a pig cartoon mask and a hoodie tied around his face. City police say they believe it was an isolated incident, and anyone with information is asked to call police immediately. A Hazleton man was killed in an accident on Interstate 80 in the Poconos on Sunday. State police say a car driven by 26-year-old Geraldo Aldero was on the on-ramp near East Stroudsburg when it struck the guardrail and went down an embankment. Alvarado was thrown from the vehicle and died at the scene. There's still no word on the cause of that accident. Police in Wilkes-Barre Township are on the lookout for a man they say used a woman's credit card without her authorization. Police have released this photo of the man who used the card at Walmart in Wilkes-Barre Township. The victim reported the fraud on November 30th after seeing 4 unauthorized purchases at Walmart on November 29th. The purchases totaled $418. Anyone with information or a possible identification of this individual is asked to contact Patrolman James Ray at 570-208-4635. Governor Wolf has called for the resignation of State Supreme Court Justice Michael Eakin. He was among those involved in the offensive email ring Attorney General Kathleen Kane claims that she uncovered. Eakin's case is under investigation by the Judicial Conduct Board. Eakin said Sunday night that he has no plans to resign. A top aide to Attorney General Kathleen Kane is due in court for a contempt hearing on charges. Former Dunmore Police Chief Patrick Reese is accused of snooping on emails to keep tabs on a grand jury investigation involving Kane. A lawyer for Reese has argued that Reese wasn't aware of the court order protecting the emails. Montgomery County prosecutors charged Reese with criminal contempt the same day in August. They charged Kane with perjury, obstruction, and other charges. Reese has served as Kane's driver and earns nearly $100,000 as a supervisory special agent in her office. Well, the city of Hazleton welcomed the Christmas season on Friday. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on all the fun that was had.
On Friday night, the city of Hazleton welcomed in the holiday season with the lighting of the official city Christmas tree.
1, 2, 3!
And with that, the Christmas holiday began in Hazleton. And at the event, there was lots of singing.
The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
There even was some dancing. Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi spoke with us following the event about how thrilled he was for the holiday season.
We lit our first lighting of our new tree in our Central Park here at Laurel and Broad Street. We have a tree planted. It's going to grow, and we just lit it today. We had a lot of entertainment here. We had elite dancing. We had the high school choir and Angela Vito, who sang, and then we had Santa Claus come. And this year we did a little different. He didn't come under the fire engine. The fire engine led him, and he came in horse and carriage. It was really beautiful, and all the kids seemed to be enjoying it, and it's a great start of a long tradition.
This is not the only tree the city lit in Hazleton. Yanuzzi also commissioned a tree to be put up at City Hall to honor and remember those that were killed in France.
Last week we've lit 2 trees, one at City Hall, which we lit in respect for the people that were killed in that attack in France. And what we did is we put a small tree there, and we decorated in blue, white, and red. It's the French flag colors, so that's in honor of them.
Back at Laurel and Broad, the fun continued with a carriage ride and caroling and so much more.
And Santa arrived just in time for the city celebration by Mayor Yanuzzi and all the folks at City Hall on the carriage. So he kind of brought in the festivities right after we had actually lit the tree. So a fun night in Hazleton.
Both Yanuzzi and Malone said they hope this is the start of a long tradition in the city of Hazleton. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Well, we here at WYLN have always prided ourselves in being your home for the holiday station. For those who could not attend Saturday's Sounds of the Season concert at the Wilty Center, we now have when you can watch it here and only here on WYLN. WYLN taped the program in its entirety. The first showing of Sounds of the Season, if you are unable to make it, will be this Thursday, December 10th at 11 a.m. To see these lists of dates and times, you can check out our Facebook page, WYLN News. Time now for a first look at our forecast. It certainly was a beautiful weekend weather-wise for our area, but what does our work week have in store for us? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe?
Well, we got some chillier temperatures to talk about across our area, but by next weekend it's even going to get better as compared to what we had this past weekend. Temperature-wise, looking very nice. We'll talk more about that in a little bit, but a near miss from this storm system down toward the south, going off of the eastern seaboard out through the Atlantic. Didn't have to worry about that whatsoever. It's been dry across our area, and these temperature-wise 30s and 40s. Actually, that's still not too bad for this time of year. High temperatures, that is. But right now we got 40 in New Angola, 36 in Berwick, and 34 degrees in Bloomsburg. What can we expect this weekend? And more importantly, those very warm temperatures for the weekend. I'll explain how warm coming up in just a few. Ann?
Sounds good. Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, police in West Hazelton are suiting up with some new police equipment. And tonight, WYLN has all the details on what that is to keep our police safe. Plus, details on a blood drive at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazelton. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy at making fine candy for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land that Victoria's candies would one day be leading the rest. Now that day is here, for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
Officers within the West Hazelton Police Department are currently being fitted for bulletproof vests to protect them while they're on duty. Today we spoke with the Chief of Police about acquiring the vests and what it means to the department. Thanks to an anonymous donation from the public and a grant from the U.S. Department of Justice, the West Hazelton Police Department is getting fitted for new bulletproof vests. The Armor Express vests are being purchased through Star Uniform in Scranton. Chief of Police Brian Buglio spoke with us about the investment in the officer's safety.
Today we have a salesman from Star Uniform down here that's going to size us for our ballistic vests, and that's the vest that goes underneath our uniforms when we work. And the vests, they're different ratings through the Department of Justice, and they have a 5-year shelf life on them, so you can wear them for 5 years and then they expire. So ours are past that 5 years, and now it's time to get new vests for our department. Each officer will be fitted for a new vest, since it is policy that each officer in the West Hazelton Police Department wear a vest while on duty. The cost of all the vests will be covered, half by the donation and half by the grant from the U.S. Department of Justice that the borough was awarded. The average cost of the vests are somewhere in the neighborhood of about $1,200. They are expensive, however, if you get shot and it saves your life, it's worth every penny. Chief Buglio said the vests that are being purchased are of high quality to ensure the safety of all officers. There's different ratings, and the Department of Justice sets up that rating, and that's the bullet that vest will stop. We do go with the highest level, which is 3A, and so that can stop any handgun round that could be fired at us. The vests are expected to be delivered within the next 3 weeks, and Buglio says they are grateful for the money they received to purchase these new vests. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus details on how some people gave a piece of themselves to save others. That and much more, including sports, is coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazelton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services, including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey Warren. I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Overall, not a bad weekend across our area as we start our Monday. Not too bad weather-wise. Really didn't have to worry about any precipitation, and we've had to deal with some fog over the last couple of days. But you know what? We got even a better weekend in store for our area this upcoming weekend. I'll explain in just a little bit. On to the graphic for today, and again, for the most part, we saw a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Not too bad for December whatsoever. Don't have anything to talk about precipitation-wise. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. It is dry, and it should stay dry as we head through this evening and through the overnight hours. We're at 35 degrees, our live Lehigh tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. And notice the winds. We don't really have to worry about any type of winds whatsoever. They're fairly light and calm. 37 Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 40 degrees. In Mount Pocono, still in the lower 50s in Philadelphia, 33 in Williamsport, 35 in Selinsgrove, 43 degrees in State College. Mid to upper 30s to near 40 degrees in the Wyoming Valley area. Winds generally under 5 miles per hour. A near miss from this system down toward the south, producing quite a bit of heavy rain. And again, that stays toward the south. We won't see the impact of that whatsoever. Just a couple of clouds across the eastern third of Pennsylvania, but that pretty much is about it. So that goes offshore out through the Atlantic for our area. Looking like a pretty decent day for tomorrow, but you're going to notice a pretty good chill in the air. Notice these numbers tonight dropping down into the 20s. Tomorrow, you know what, not too bad. Some areas will be in the 40s. That's still not too bad for this time of year, and dropping down 30s as we head into early Wednesday morning. So there goes that system that pretty much missed our area totally, except for a couple of clouds. That's about it. So we'll have a dry and seasonable day for our Tuesday, and then by this upcoming weekend, something everybody can look forward to. If you like the mild weather, how do 50s and some areas near 60 degrees sound as we go into Saturday and Sunday? I think at this point we have a shot at it. So that would mean we're looking at temperatures well above average, a good 10 or 20 degrees above where we should be for this time of year. In fact, a lot of the eastern part of the U.S. dealing with some very mild weather as we go into this upcoming weekend. Definitely not feeling like winter. Far from it. Enjoy it. Extended forecast looking like this. So a little bit chilly tomorrow. Higher elevations may not get out of the upper 30s. Elsewhere, temperatures will be in the 40s as we go into our Wednesday, getting eventually milder by the ending part of the week, and then going into the weekend, we'll be in the 50s, and many areas will be close to 60 degrees. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, a pick 280, to pick 38660, and a pick 49343. Pick 5 numbers looking like this, 06396, and a treasure hunt numbers 1, 3, 12, 18, and 27. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, and outside grill and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Join us this season for holiday programming on WYLN, featuring the Chef Lou Christmas, holiday traditions, holiday baking with Jen Yamola, the sounds of the season, from Saint to Claus, Hometown Holiday, the Your Life Christmas Special, Can Do Christmas, Polka Connection Christmas, and the Service Electric Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade. Check out our website at WYLNTV.com for dates and times. WYLN, your home for the holidays station.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
One of the best gifts that you can give this holiday season is blood. Our Julie Stefanovich has details on how you can help out.
Winter months are a difficult time for blood donations. Cancer patients, premature babies, and accident victims need help from blood donors. Miller Keystone Blood Center will be hosting a blood drive at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton on Wednesday, December 9th from noon until 5 p.m. Organizers know that blood donations are one of the most important gifts that you can give this holiday season.
Patients in the hospital need your help. Right now we're looking for all types of blood. O negative specifically is in need. We are going to be, the blood drive will be in the hospital lobby. And you could just come right into the lobby and you will register right here for the blood drive.
If you have never given blood before, there are a few things that you should prepare for.
Make sure that you eat a good meal before you donate. Drink plenty of water. We're going to give you a little physical before you donate. We're going to check your iron level. We're going to check your temperature, your blood pressure. We're going to check all that before you donate. You want to be feeling healthy and well the day of the drive also. No cold symptoms.
Lisa Marie Halecki is the Community Relations Specialist at Lehigh Valley Hazleton and is putting a call out to the community.
Our colleagues will be giving blood as well, but we also need the support of the community because the community themselves may be the ones that may be a recipient someday. Their family, their friends, their neighbors. I mean, it could be any of us that need blood, and we need to keep the blood replenished every day. So this blood drive is very important. Miller Keystone supplies Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton with the blood supply, and we really, really need the community's help.
There will also be an incentive to come out and donate this Wednesday.
Someone who comes to donate blood, we'll give them a coupon for a free meal in our Hilltop Cafe. And just giving blood, I mean, what a season to give is right now during the holidays.
Once again, the Miller Keystone Blood Drive will be on Wednesday, December 9th from noon until 5 p.m. You can register in the lobby of the hospital during those hours to make your donation and help save a life. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Gabriella Justin is in for Eric DeBardinas with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy at making fine candy for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land that Victoria's candies would one day be leading the rest. Now that day is here, for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
WYLN TV 35 has strong ties to the community, as evident in its commitment to important causes like the American Cancer Society and Helping Hand Society telethons. WYLN's commitment to northeastern Pennsylvania continues with a broadcast of Hazleton's Funfest Parade and both the Christmas and St. Patrick's Day parades in Wilkes-Barre. In the summer, we broadcast the Weatherly and Giants to Spare Hill Climb, and throughout the year, we provide important community services through the broadcast of town meetings, school board meetings, election night coverage, and other events. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome to WYLN Sports. I'm Gabriella Justin, in for Eric DeBardinas. In the last 24 hours, schools at the NCAA level have been learning which bowl game they have been invited to play in this season. Some bowl games will be ending universities' postseason play in 2015, while other bowl games will be extending the postseason play into the new year. The Penn State Nittany Lions have been bowl eligible since they earned their 6th win of the season in a 31-30 victory over Maryland back in October. Yesterday, it was announced the 7-5 Lions have been selected to play in the Tax Slayer Bowl on January 2nd. Penn State will head down to Jacksonville, Florida, where they will face the Georgia Bulldogs. 6 athletic directors were selected to Forbes' top 25 most powerful people in college sports. Among those recognized was Penn State's athletic director, Sandy Barber. Last week, Forbes ranked Barber at number 11 among the most powerful women in sports. This is Sandy Barber's 2nd year serving as Penn State's athletic director. Before the weekend, the first-place Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Pens had been enjoying their top-seeded spot and 16-2 record. However, events took a turn for the worse as Friday night kicked off the first of a 3-game losing streak for the Baby Pens. The Lehigh Valley Phantoms sought vengeance from the loss against the Pens earlier this season, and they were successful. After WBS scored early on in the first period, the Phantoms ran away with a 3-1 victory. On Saturday night, the Baby Pens slump continued with another 3-1 loss, this time to Hartford. Last night, the WBS Pens would pack their bags and try to shake things up on the road at Hershey, but the new losing streak held strong. Penn suffered a 4-1 loss. Next up, the Baby Pens will host Syracuse at Mohegan Sun Arena. Will the Baby Pens be able to shake their first losing streak of the season? Find out when the puck drops at 7:05 p.m. on Wednesday. Stay tuned. Coming up next, Joe Garbaczyk is in with one final look at tonight's forecast.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget. Restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
On the next Warrior Summit Outdoors, I think about warriors of days gone by and how they recovered from combat in the great outdoors. And as part of looking back into history, I'm going to visit the manufacturer of an old-fashioned rifle, the muzzleloader flintlock. History can teach a lot, and we'll be learning on the next Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Well, the dry weather pretty much is going to stick around for quite some time, and we're going to introduce you to some milder temperatures across our area. But it's going to be kind of cool next couple of days, a little chilly, but by the weekend, boy, we can really increase those temperatures across our area. It's going to feel very good, very nice indeed. Dry one for tomorrow. Not too bad across our area. Many areas in the 40s. Here in higher elevations, we may not get out of the mid to upper 30s, and that storm system that missed us. The only thing we saw was some clouds from it. Will continue to move further away off of the Atlantic, and he's going to set the stage for a very nice looking weekend. So far so good with everything. A nice ridge building, and that's going to allow that warmer air to make its way into our area, and we're going to be looking at the temperatures well above average, as much as 20 plus degrees above where we should be for this time of year. And before all is said and done, many areas, the normally milder areas, have a shot of getting close to 60 degrees as we go into our Saturday and going into our Sunday. So definitely something to look forward to.
For December.
For December.
12th and 13th
Sure
is
thing.
in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll take it. I heard 60s, but maybe you never know. It's only Monday.
Well, who do you believe?
This guy.
There you go.
There you go. That's all I can say. But that's okay, because it looks like a beautiful weekend, and there's no more rain that we can see right now.
Not for a while anyway. Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. You didn't say the S word, So that's all that matters.
Hopefully we won't. Maybe we won't see any of the rest of this year. That'll be all right.
Maybe
All right, well, I do
Christmas
believe
Day.
you.
Just Christmas Day, can we do that?
Well, maybe
Just a
just
little
a little
flurry.
bit. Yeah, that would be
That's
nice.
it. Nothing
To
to
make it look pretty, that's all.
Just
A little bit of a coating to whiten up the ground. That's
all right, I'll take that. I'll take that. But for the rest of the year, really.
It's possible.
I just told you I believe you, so.
It's possible.
All right, I'll have to let Eric know when he comes back. We'll see
He'll
what
be
happens.
excited. Shorts.
Shorts. Have a good one, everyone.
Flip flops too.